Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So today I wanted to bring you guys some Ezreal Caitlyn with a splash of Katarina. So I saw on Twitter that Bluegod, who's a really good player as well, was playing this version of Ezreal Katarina with Ezreal Caitlyn, adding one Katarina. Now, Bluegod was playing triple Ezreal, and I decided to go triple Katarina instead of triple Ezreal. Triple Caitlyn instead of triple Ezreal. I think that's the only change that I made. So the only change that I made is that I went down one Ezreal, went up one Katarina. Or actually, I also went up one Scorched Earth and reduced one Calling Strike. Because Bluegod was playing two Calling Strikes as well. Aside from that, the list is exactly the same as the one that we have from Bluegod. Obviously, it's some pretty straightforward mid-range Ezreal Caitlyn deck where you just try to get a lot of value with Tri-Beam and all your 3-cost spells to be able to remove anything that the opponent might do, and then just slowly burn them down to be able to kind of finish up with stuff like Ezreal or Farron, or now you can also try to finish up with like Katarina and rallying a lot to be able to get a lot of flash bombs in the top of the deck. It can be really fun. It can be really fun to play. I think the problem with this deck is that it is struggling quite a bit against like stuff like Shurima decks, and also it loses to stuff like Field of Rush, right? Which are two very popular decks in the current meta. Now, I'm guessing that's why Bluegod was playing double Calling Strike, but I think like even with the double Calling Strike, it's not enough to really protect against like a Seer and Seraph if the opponent knows what they're doing. So yeah. However, if you like this type of mid-range deck, this is probably the typical, the traditional mid-range list. So again, the idea is that you're just playing all your 3-drops. You definitely want to mulligan and keep your Tri-Beam on your hand, and just try to play all your 3-drops and slowly start just removing the opponent's board. They do something, you can Mystic. They do something, you can Sunfuse. You can Static Shock and hurt their units, and then be able to Flock or Scorched Earth, Thermal, etc. You remove all their boards while still getting a lot of value from your units being on the field, and just pushing damage slowly over time, slowly burn them down. And then once they're low enough, you can go ahead and do a Farron, or you can do a big tempo swing with like a big Tri-Beam and just be able to push the lethal damage that you need to be able to win the game. That's kind of how it is straightforward with the deck. I'm going to keep it short today because we had quite a few long games today, so the video is going to go a little bit longer. But yeah, again, it's typical Ezreal Caitlyn, so I don't think I need to go over it too much. But again, as always, please make sure to subscribe below if you like the content. We post LOR videos every single day. And I'll see you all at the end of the video for some closing thoughts. So, enjoy the games. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Scouts, which should be a pretty good matchup for us. Should be a very good matchup for us, because we have a lot of removal for the units. So the Misfortune is never going to stay. Block is so good. I don't know about Static. So the problem with Static is that we lose to like... ranges resolve, right? But the Flock can play around this. We can Mystic Shot. The reason I kept the Mystic Shot is because we need to be able to attack their Sculpture, right? So the opponent plays Sculpture. We want to Mystic Shot it right now. So we're actually going to pass. We're not going to play Financier because the opponent wants to play the Sculpture on turn 2. And we can just Mystic Shot the Sculpture away. Opponent doesn't play the Sculpture, so that's cool. So then what? We just play Financier here, or do we just play Katarina? What if we just play Katarina right now? And then we just Blaze Edge. I guess the Blaze Edge gets punished by a Resolve. So if the opponent has Resolve, we get punished. Let's do this first. So we have two options here. We can do this, which would allow us to kill Misfortune. Yeah, this the range is resolved. So now that he did this, what we can do instead is that we can Mystic Shot the Valor, right? So now we can Mystic Shot the Valor. If the opponent wants to attack with Misfortune, we can still block her and then put her in Flock range. Sure. So the Misfortune still dies to a Flock next. So not only that, but we can play Caitlyn, which means that we can actually get value. So we played around the ranges resolve by doing the Katarina Blaze Edge on the stack verse, because he was gonna force the ranges resolve out right away. Now this is a little bit unfortunate here, because the opponent is able to do it this way. What if we just attack anyways? If the opponent blocks with Caitlyn, if the opponent blocks here, we always flock anyways. We were always gonna flock this Misfortune no matter what. So opponent just gave us the same thing that we were always gonna do. We were always gonna flock the Misfortune no matter what. At least this way we guarantee that we get the flash bombs to start working on top of their deck. Nice. Sure. This gets punished by... I like the Financier and Calling Strike. Shock Blast is so good in this matchup. I like the Financier and then the Calling Strike here. So our punish here is going to be Sharp Sight, right? So if the opponent has Sharp Sight, we get punished here. In which case, maybe I don't mind doing the Caitlyn. Maybe I don't mind blocking with the Caitlyn. So the opponent has the Sharp Sight. At least we get value here from Caitlyn. Or we can just pass. And then we will get hit by 4 plus 3 plus... Yeah, I think we're going to Calling Strike. If the opponent has the Sharp Sight to counter this, then it is what it is. They don't have it. So now we just pass. We get hit by 3. We open attack and push another 3, as well as having the flash bombs in their deck to be able to stop them. Don't think Ezreal is necessary yet, because what I want to do is that I want to Shock Blast. I want to Thermal or Shock Blast, because I need to be able to Thermal the Citria. There we go. That's why I didn't think it was right to develop. When it saves her here with Ranges Resolve, they still die to the flash bombs, as well as a Mystic Shot. And Flash Bomb and Citria right here. Okay, no Flash Bombs either way. So we have two options. We can Mystic Shot the Citria. I guess we have to, right? We can also just Shock Blast. We can go like this and block the second Citria. I think I like this. We kill one Citria. We can block the second one. And we have enough flash bombs that this unit is always going to die. Okay, I guess he gets to kill. I guess we get punished by the second Blinding Assault. A little bit unfortunate. So we push, opponent pushes 10 damage. I think that's still fine. Opponent has 5 flash bombs in their deck. We have Ezreal to get a free Mystic Shot. I don't think we have to play around the second. Don't think we have to play around the second Sharp Sight because opponent hasn't done it yet. I think he would have done it a long time ago if they had it. So here we get the free Mystic on this card. So we're able to kill the Citria, which is the big thing that we have to worry about. We have enough mana to summon a Financier as well on top of it. And the opponent also has the flash bombs that they need to worry about. We're going to do one at a time to play around a potential third Ranges Resolve, even though opponent literally just showed us that they don't have it. Okay, cool. Let's just do this. The For the Mass is kind of annoying. We have to hope that we get something nice from the Financier here. Oh, that's actually the best one that we could have gotten. This gives us the blocker, so we don't have to worry about anything else. Even For the Mass is not enough. I guess opponent could technically have the Rally. He just tapped out a Rally on For the Mass. Okay, so opponent just tapped out of having Rally plus For the Mass. By the way, we haven't hit one of our flash moves in a while. So because we haven't hit any of our flash moves in a while, we're in a decent spot. Now we will lose Ezreal here. We're going to lose our whole board, which is a little bit unfortunate. So we're going to have to really rely on those flash bombs to just hit the right targets sooner than later, right? And then we just flock. We definitely want to flock one of these right now. We also have some draw here. We're going to flock one of the Surgeons. So we're going to flock one of the Surgeons because this becomes a 2 health unit. This becomes a 2 health unit. Again, we still have 5 flash bombs in the deck. We can also thrive in one of the 2 health units. That's why it was better to always do the Surgeon. As long as we have blockers for everything. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Out of everything, that's all you get. I guess we should have potentially done the Whisper Words first, to be honest. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. That's a pretty good draw. We do this. I think we get rid of the unit. We get rid of the unit because of the For the Masia. So I think we always get rid of the unit. Oh, wow. Is that a Rally? Do you have the Rally plus the For the Masia here? They do, so they potentially win the game in this turn. No, they don't. We can prank it. We can prank it. So by pranking this, opponent cannot do for Demacia. The problem is that we're still taking 3 damage, right? Because opponent just blocks the Acolyte. We're gonna need to top deck. We're gonna need to top deck. So we have to block here. By blocking here, we have a good chance. Oh wait, did I just kick my flash moves away because I prank? I think I just kicked my flash moves away because we prank. There we go, we get the scorched. That's what I was looking for. This is tough, because if we do this... So let's say we do this. Let's say we do this here. We're left with just 4 cards. I mean, sorry, we're left with 4 mana. I guess we have to do this now. So we always have to do this anyways. So we have to do it like this. We have to do it like this. We don't lose. We don't lose to the Fleet Feather Tracker if we do it this way. Yeah, this works out, right? Maybe we do the darkness instead. No, because we can always do the darkness on this next turn. So we can always do the darkness on the Fleet Feather next turn. So I'm not concerned about that. Even if the opponent does throw the Demacia, that's only dealing 5, which is not enough to kill us. He doesn't do the full Demacia now, then next turn... Wow, he doesn't even attack. Why? Wait, why? And now they lose that for free anyways, and then we do Firen and win the game? And then we have Darkness plus Flock as well. And there we go, that's game. Wow. I can't remember if Prank shuffled the deck. I don't think he does though, considering that we had another flash from there that hit. So yeah, GG's. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, that matchup is always super favorable for us anyway. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Ziggs Taliyah, which is a pretty bad matchup for us. I think they're able to just outvalue us. The House Spider is good. I think I need Tri-Beam though. I think the House Spider is good for early on. Okay, we get the Tri-Beam. The reason I'm keeping the House Spider is to be able to play around like a Rock Hopper or stuff like that. Which if he has right here, we play it. Okay. I think I'm willing to pass. I don't think I need to do the House Spider just yet. I think I can eat this up because he can kill the... He can also stop the Unravel Earth, right? Like, he can also stop the Unravel Earth, which is the key part here. I think we just do Caitlyn right now. Do we ever play around... Actually, we can play around the Quicksand by just doing Katarina. Especially now that we have the Sun Fumes. So if the opponent has Quicksand, we can Sun Fumes to be able to get rid of the blocker, or we can Blaze Edge plus Mystic. Either one works. While we're able to level up Katarina right here. I don't think level up Katarina is going to do a ton, per se. But she will enable our Scorched Earth and our Flux in the future. We can never play Tri-Beam unless the opponent taps out of 4 mana. Right? Because the opponent's going to have Rider Negation. And the Rider Negation is such a big punish. So he decides to stun the Caitlyn. I think we still go ahead and just get our level up right now. And if the opponent doesn't do anything, we can always Blaze Edge the Devout. The problem is that we're giving access to Sarcophagus, right? So opponent can easily do the Sarcophagus here. I mean, sorry, the Rite of Arcane. And be able to summon the Sarcophagus. Are we ever letting go of this Blaze Edge? I guess we go and do this. We might as well spend the mana. It makes this vulnerable to a Mystic Shot as well, which is pretty nice. We can always do House Spider. Second Caitlyn is huge because he can kill the Devout. If opponent has Taliyah here. We have House Spider. We have House Spider. Mystic. We don't get hit. We don't get to hit the Fearsome, unfortunately. But I think we just resummon Caitlyn. I think we actually let this Caitlyn die to the Restore Devout. and then we resummon the Caitlyn that we have in our hand. I think that's better than trying to do the Piltover Peacemaker. Yep, our opponent goes right for it. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. We resummon Caitlyn. We have we have Flash Runes in our deck. Tribing is now at 5. We can attack again with Katarina and Caitlyn to get even more value. I guess... Okay, I was going to say my only punish was that I didn't block this one. But the Flash Bombs ends up coming in clutch anyways. Opponent could technically have Quicksand again. But I don't think I'm too concerned about it. What if we Katarina here? What if it's actually Katarina here? Okay, especially now. I think I'm definitely gonna Katarina right now. So I definitely like the Katarina here. It enables me to get... enables the Sun Fumes, right? Enables the Sun Fumes and enables me to put more Flash Runes in their deck. There's a consideration that we actually don't attack with Katarina, to be honest. And I don't hate it. I don't hate not attacking with Katarina, so that we have a blocker. The idea here, though, is that we're going to put the Flash Runes in their deck. We can Sun Fumes that restore Devout, and we can Mystic this guy next turn. I mean, this turn if we want to. We also have Tribing still available for us. If the opponent blocks with any other 4 health units and the Blaze Edge, we just kill it. I think opponent's really debating that Quicksand, guys. I think opponent's really debating that Quicksand. That's why I think it's also good that we didn't attack with Katarina, because Quicksand will be a big punish. Because just some Unleash Energy. So that just stuns Katarina. It doesn't stun Caitlyn. So we're gonna have to Mystic. I guess we go like this. We kill this anyways. Save the second Mystic for next turn. We're gonna Sun Fumes this turn. And then we're gonna still have 5 Flash Runes in the top of their deck. We have Katarina as a blocker if we need to. We do this. If the opponent develops, we have the Stun Spider. We have Mystic Shot to punish the Rock Bear. Opponent cannot attack with the Desert Naturalist without running into the Caitlyn. And opponent just did the Unleash Energy. Of course, opponent gets not a single Flash Bomb, which is fine because their units are not... Like, Flash Bomb will have just hit, like, something that doesn't need to be hit, right? So, the question is, do we sacrifice the Katarina? Or is this a game where we actually just try to win with Katarina? I think this is a game where we try to win with Katarina because of the fact that Katarina giving us that 0-cost Blaze Edge can actually be very valuable if the opponent plays Arsenal to remove a Spell Shield. Now, opponent hasn't really committed a lot of landmarks yet either. What is he going for by doing this? What is the opponent going for by doing this? And are we supposed to ever Static Shock to enable the Sun Fumes? I don't think we are. Now I kind of wish I Static Shock because that will enable the Sun Fumes. Still think we pass. Rockhopper? Maybe it is the Sentry. Maybe it is the Sentry right now. So my problem is that if the opponent has 6, then the Sentry gets punished, right? Maybe I want him to actually not attack with this one. Maybe I want him to attack with this, but that doesn't make sense either. I think we just go like this, because that can die to... the Rockhopper can die to a Flash Bomb, so it's not the end of the world. Right? The Rockhopper can die to a Flash Bomb. We still can threaten the Flock, right? Opponent just pulls this one here, yeah. We Mystic Shot that one, and we can... yeah, there we go. Are we ever playing carefully here against a second Unleash Energy? If the opponent has a second Unleash Energy... If the opponent has a second Unleash Energy, I think we just take it. It's gonna be 6 damage that we take, but I think it's worth it. If the opponent has the Rite of Arcane, they should do it right now to kill one of our units. Ooh, don't agree with that from the opponent. We attack with everything here before the opponent has like another stun landmark. Put another set of flash runes in their deck. This Tribune is kind of just sitting in our hand, right? But it's sitting there in our hand for a good reason. To be able to kill one of their big units when they finally come down. Yep, he finally gets the Quicksand. I think we Sun Fumes, right? Or we can just Cunning Strike now. It does prevent our rally. Because Cunning Strike doesn't really have any good hits because 6 is already leveled up. So this is probably the best use of our Cunning Strike that we could find. He also helps our Tribune. Because the Sun Fumes can get enabled by Katarina attacking. So he did have, that. The opponent did have those. We even get to do Static Shock right here. I like it. I'm gonna be mana efficient. I'm gonna do the Static Shock right now. It lets the opponent be able to summon a Taliyah if they need to. But if they summon Taliyah, then they're putting her in range of like Flash Bomb plus Flock and a Scorched Earth. Like we actually haven't drawn a Scorched Earth or Flocks yet. Okay. I don't think I do the Sun Fumes now. Flash Bomb can still hit the Rock Bear. Okay, we finally get our Scorched Earth. And of course, we get the Scorched Earth and the opponent hits. No Flash Bomb, but he ended up drawing, so he hits the Flash Bomb anyways. Thank you for drawing, opponent. Caitlyn is actually about to level up too, by the way. Opponent plays the 6. So opponent plays the 6 here. Which we can actually do Tribune on. And we get punished by a Rite of Negation. But if the opponent does the Rite of Negation on the Tribune, we can answer with Sun Fumes plus Scorched Earth to be able to get rid of the 6, right? So this is that the opponent has the Rite of Negation here. They could stop this they could stop this with Rite of Negation. But it's not enough because we can Sun Fumes and then Scorched Earth on the stack. Because Rite of Negation will leave them with 1 mana. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to do this first. And then we're going to Scorched Earth after the fact. And still be able to kill the 6, which is the big thing. We will lose... I think we keep Katarina. I think we keep Katarina and just continue. Because Caitlyn is about to level up. Caitlyn is about to level up. So being able to attack multiple times with Katarina is crazy. Like crazy value, right? Of course, she doesn't level up right now. So that's a little bit unfortunate. So we potentially lose the Caitlyn right here unless we do this first. I'm gonna do it like this. We still get 1 rally. I can't believe that we didn't actually hit a Flash Bomb there. But it is what it is. It is in the top 8. Right? So it's not completely out of this world that doesn't happen. It is a lot of damage though, right? I think we'll do it like this. Because what we can do is that we can resummon the Katarina, giving us the 0-cost Blaze Edge, meaning that the Caitlyn can actually attack and be okay, unless the opponent has Quicksand right here. Ancient Hourglass. That's actually pretty smart from the opponent. We level up Caitlyn. That's actually pretty smart, because by doing the Ancient Hourglass, he denied the Katarina level up. I think we do the Archivist right now. I think even if we don't get value here... Okay, we got the value anyways. So I was going to say, even if we don't get value, we don't want to get hit by so many units. But we ended up getting the value because we ended up getting the Flock anyways. So now the opponent doesn't really have a good attack anyways. Now, they do have 2 cards in their hand, because they're going to draw one more here. And if one of them is if one of them is a Ziggs or a Taliyah, then we lose the game because the opponent can just drag the sentry. So if one of his top decks is Ziggs or Taliyah, we just lose the game. And I forgot to take a look at Wildwood spells. Okay, I guess, I mean, I had like a Flock and something else here, right? Come on, anything but Ziggs, Taliyah, Arsenal. And we lose the game now. So we lose the game because this is hitting 4. Actually, this is hitting, yeah, this is hitting at Sag lethal, right? Because opponent can just drag. Wait, we have a chance. No, we didn't get the Scorched Earth. Damn it, bro. So this is lethal. This is lethal, right? Because opponent just needs to drag. Opponent just needs to drag the sentry with the Taliyah. Opponent just drags the sentry with the Taliyah and they win the game. No way. No way. We have a chance. Unless the opponent has Absolver. We have a chance. We actually have a chance now. Because opponent decided to attack this way. We have to just try to get as many attacks as possible. He's drawing like crazy. Gets rid of one of his own blockers. So now he doesn't even have a blocker with Taliyah. We can potentially top deck the Flock in the next couple of turns. Now, opponent will not have any flash bombs here anymore. Okay. Opponent's gonna be drawing 4 cards though. Like, opponent's gonna be drawing so many cards, which is a little bit unfortunate. Thriving doesn't do anything until after we get rid of the Rock Hopper, right? We're down to 2 HP. I think we tried, but we ran out of value. The overwhelm from the Taliyah is just so crazy. We can try to rally. Katarina not costing 3 is actually hurting us so much. Now, the Flash Bombs can kill Taliyah, right? So the Flash Bombs could kill Taliyah because we're gonna get... Or just the Blaze Edge as well can just kill the Taliyah. Opponent gets to stun this. We get to rally with Katarina. We can kill the Taliyah with the double Blaze Edge. And have the Tri-Beam as well. So we have enough mana to do Katarina again, and then Tri-Beam one more time. Tri-Beam for 1 is pretty annoying though, but it can enable Flash Bombs to potentially kill his stuff. Opponent needs to top deck the 3rd Taliyah or the 2nd Ziggs to be able to have a chance. Wait, I think that's their first Taliyah. No, yeah, that is the first Taliyah. So yeah, opponent has a good chance. Okay. We have 2 options here. We can risk it. Or we can try me right now. We have to try me right now, right? We cannot risk it. Okay, they get the 6 anyways. So our only option is that... Our only option now is that opponent gets hit by Flash Bombs. 3 Flash Bombs? Okay, he got both champions. Never mind. We had no chance. I was going to say our only option is the Sith gets hit by the Flash Bombs and then we're able to score Flock. Because we know there's a Flock coming up soon. But we have no choice because the opponent just top decks the next turn. This is the problem with 6 Taliyah though. They get so much value. Like all the draw and stuff is just too much for us to get through. But yeah, GG's. So in this match, we'll be going up against Viktor Ezreal. Now we have a lot of removals, so maybe we have a good chance here. I think I'm gonna hard mulligan for the Tri-Beam. Or just Caitlyn as well. Caitlyn's very good, but the Tri-Beam is actually super amazing, I think, in my opinion here. So let's do it this way. Oh, double Tri-Beam while also having Caitlyn plus the Caitlyn spell available for us. I think that's pretty darn good. I think this is very good. This is looking like a really good matchup for us at the moment. Now all we need is like Flock or Scorched Earth. Usually that would be the other thing that we would need here to kind of make this great. The prank is gonna obviously always hit one of these cards because we have 2 champions. We even get Katarina now? That's not bad. Opponent could have the thermal right here, so maybe someone Caitlyn here. Opponent has one card that they got, right? I think we still go. I think we still go for it. Even if we eat up the thermal right here, right? So let's see what the last card was that the opponent got here. If the opponent played it correctly, he could pull the thermal. Okay. So he still used the Sun Fume, so that means that they don't get advantage of whatever card was in their hand that they got from the Archivist, which was Pokestick. Alright, that's good to know. What if we Katarina right now? No, I think it has to be Caitlyn again. I think it has to be Caitlyn again. Katarina can be really good at giving us the Death Blaze Edge in another turn for us to be able to kill one of his units. Yep, and we can just do this. We get the value here, so now we get the flash bombs on the deck, which work out pretty well for us. This is up to 3 now. Katarina and Sentry will put it up to... Oh! Now, opponent has 5 spells. Last turn, it was a Pokestick that he discarded, right? I'm gonna go with the Sentry, just so that we have a blocker. So we're gonna go with the Sentry. It stops one of his units as well as gives us a blocker. Yes, there we go. So he's gonna go for the Pokestick right here. Sure, we can still block. I don't think the Flock is useful in this card just yet. I think we'd rather leave the Flock for later on. No reason to commit it at this moment. What if we Katarina here? What if we just Katarina here and force out the Mystic Shot or Sun Fumes right now? I think this is fine. They probably top deck the last Pokestick that they needed, right? So they probably top deck the Pokestick that they keep replaying with the Archivist. Yeah, so there you go. The question is, which one do you kill here? I guess you can also kill both. Yeah, I guess you can just kill both and call it a day. Sure. Let's do this now. No reason not to anymore. We have no other reason not to play it. This sets... Oh, I was hoping that it would set it up for the... I was hoping it would set the Archivist up for the Static Shock. Now, it does kind of suck losing as many cards as we did, but I'm not afraid of anything that the opponent might do here. He does the Shellfolk, we can always Thermal. He does Ezreal, we can always Tri-Beam, right? Do we need to Tri-Beam here? Why don't we just do this? Why don't we just do this and do the Sun Fumes? I don't think I feel like Tri-Beaming just yet. I think I'm okay taking this 3 damage. So opponent's gonna Tantric, pushing 1 damage to our Nexus plus the Archivist. Do we need to flock this right now? Now that the Tri-Beam is at 6, I might be okay flocking this and just protecting the 3 damage. We also have Scorched Earth, so it's not the end of the world if we flock this. Yeah, let's protect the 3 damage. We probably don't want to take unnecessary damage if we don't have to. Like, if we don't have to take unnecessary damage, that's okay with us. Because technically, the lower that we get down, then the higher chance that a second Ezreal could just kill us. So I don't think there's any reason to. The Tri-Beams are both at 6, which means that we can pretty much kill almost anything that the opponent summons. Opponent decides to go for Ezreal, so we're just going to open it with a Tri-Beam here, do the first one out of the bat. We have enough mana to do another Tri-Beam if opponent plays Shellfolk, and that's 2 Ezreals now. While also being able to attack with a 6-cost unit. Okay. Oh, there we go. Stonebreaker. So we have 6 damage to the face. That's the second shell. That's the Shellfolk. That's the second Tri-Beam. And now we hit him for like 10 damage. Opponent's gonna do... Okay, opponent's gonna get the body right now. It's gonna be able to summon the Octopus. So the opponent will have at least 1 blocker. We can Shellfolk a second Curious... sorry, we can Thermo a second Shellfolk next turn. It just sucks that the opponent still got value out of this. Oh, those are some pretty good units here. There's no way... Wow, okay, I was gonna say, there's no way you didn't pick the Octopus. Why go with the production search when you gotta go for the Octopus there? Unless the opponent has unless the opponent doesn't have another Shellfolk, so now they want to just do the big production search right here. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, you just casually get this anyways. I think we just pass. Yeah, there's the second Shellfolk that we talk about. We Thermo it right now before the opponent's able to do any pranks. I didn't want to do the Archivist because I knew I was gonna have to Thermo this sooner or later. Okay, he still gets value. He still gets value. The opponent still gets value here by being able to do this and get 2 copies of whatever spell he just pulled. If they pull, of course, it's another one of the trinket trade, right? So this is why I really don't like going against Shellfolk, because you can like literally kill them as soon as they come down, and they still easily just get so much value out of it, which I think is really annoying. The good thing is that he's not getting value from the pranks, so he cannot steal our spells, which is a big deal. Cool. Did he create another trinket trade? Or oh, no. He had 2 because he picked it with Time Trick. Right, he picked it with Time Trick. So look at that. We killed the Shellfolk and the opponent still got 2 extra cards out of that. Right? Yeah, at least one of them was an Octopus. So we know the opponent's going to have another blocker. His hand is full of pranks, which is not a big deal because our hand is not like that expensive, and we're at the mana point where it doesn't matter. If we go the Archivist now and potentially get a Static Shock, that would be the best. So that's actually really bad. This is really bad. So we know we have 5 units coming into our deck. We have enough to do House Spider, Mystic Shot plus Scorched Earth, right? I think I like this. I think I'm gonna just go wide. Opponent summons anything, we can Mystic Shot it. So let's say whatever he summons here, we can Mystic Shot and get value from the Scorched Earth. We're gonna do the Mystic Shot that the opponent knows about, so he doesn't know what the rest of our cards are. Get some more pranks. So he has another Scrap Head, right? Because he got that Scrap Head from the Trinket Trade, it looks like. So we know we only have one more spell, one more Scorched Earth on the top 5 cards of our deck. Are we ever doing the Mystic Shot here? He has another one of these, by the way. Are we gonna let him get value from I don't think we do the Mystic Shot. I think we just let him get the value from Colleges. I don't like it. I don't like it that much, but I think we have such a low value hand now, and we know that we're not gonna get any Whisper Wards or anything like that anytime soon. The only problem is that we still don't get to use the Scorched Earth, right? We still don't get to use the Scorched Earth, but we know that the opponent is gonna have... Oh, that's a pretty good job. I want to pass here. I don't want to summon Ezreal until I feel like it's going to be safe and we can then open attack with the Ezreal. Because the opponent could tend to easily have a Thermo or could easily get something else from Financier here. We know that the opponent has at least 1 more Lightning Rush, and we know that the opponent has 2 of these Mecha Yodos. The Mecha Yodos are expensive enough that if the opponent plays one, like that, I guess we'll play now then. We'll play now and do the Mystic plus Scorched Earth. Opponent still has 6 mana, so he could technically still have a Thermo or another way to kill this. We still get the value by doing the Mystic Shot. The opponent will get to push 3 damage, which is a little bit unfortunate. Sure. I'll take my 2. I mean, I'll take 3 damage here, call it a day. We do Scorched Earth. He has to kill this right now on the stack to stop us from getting value from the Scorched Earth. And I guess he does. He has the cards. Lightning Rush and Mystic. Yeah, we know he has we know he had another Lightning Rush for sure. We knew the opponent had another Lightning Rush. Now, opponent just did this, which means that we can just do this right here and then just open attack, right? We can do the second Mystic Shot, get rid of the Financier. Opponent only has 1 mana. We know opponent has at least 1 more Mecha Yodel in their hand. That's the last card that they got from Trinket Trade. We still get the value from the Ezreal, and then we just open attack, and we're going to push 8-9 exactly, because the opponent has to block the Lafitte. But he also has Production Surge, which we almost forgot about. Well, not almost, we did forget about it. And then we just lose now, because the opponent's going to have the Walker, and we don't have any ways to actually... We don't have any ways to actually stop the Shadow Walker, right? But he could also easily get another value right here. Honestly, all this value was just from Shellfolk. Double stun, okay. So literally all the value that the opponent got was literally just from the Shellfolk. Shadow Walker is going to hit another 3 damage to us. It's also going to depend on whatever his next card is. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So opponent gets to play Shadow Walker here for free. We get to play our Farron. I'm gonna pass. I want the opponent to tap out of... I really want the opponent to first tap out of Thermal Mana. Now, I don't... You gotta be kidding me. You finally get the Viktor, and that's exactly what you get right away. You literally get a lifesteal. So just casually roll lifesteal on the Viktor. We can technically deny it, by the way, by scorched in our own unit. So we can technically deny the lifesteal by doing scorched on our own unit. Okay, he does like this. It's time for us to do the Farron. It's time for us to do the Farron. Now, we know we're not going to draw another spell anytime soon, which is a little bit unfortunate. If he attacks like this, I'm willing to block right now. There's absolutely no reason not to block right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think the opponent ever does it that way. If the opponent gets sweetie, we can always scorch her. So the opponent's going to have to block with Farron, and that's then, right? Otherwise, we can just scorch her for our own unit, deny the lifesteal. If he attacks right now, I'm completely okay with this too. If he has something to try to save his Viktor, we can scorch her for our own unit. Now, he does go to 15, which is a little bit annoying. But he loses the Viktor. Does the Death Ray, so he's hoping that he can top deck. Let's just take the Viktor kill right now, right? Let's just take the Viktor kill right now. And then the opponent is hoping that he can top deck. Because we know the opponent has at least 1 more Mecha Yodel in their top of, on their hand. That they haven't played yet, because they did 2 scrap it. So unless they discarded one, I didn't actually see what he discarded. He discarded a Prank here. He discarded another. Yeah, he only discarded Pranks. If the opponent doesn't top deck that second Death Ray, they're in trouble here. I think we always open, because this is still pushing 3. Opponent needs to have top deck that Death Ray. And they do. They actually do. The problem for opponent is that we still get to push 3 damage. Opponent's still at 8. We still have the Financier here as well now, so we get some more value. Yeah, this is Doomhopper. We have blockers for everything. I like the Hextech Anomaly. I don't think I like any of the other cards that we have right now. And the Hextech Anomaly just turns into another Glorious Evolution. We can just do this to be mana efficient. We have blockers for his Doomhopper mech and the Sand Soldiers. Opponent's probably going to top deck another... Opponent's going to top deck another one here soon. Remembrance is actually really nice. And we can go wide with the House Spiders. And of course, he gets value here. Remembrance is actually really nice. I just don't know if it's what we need right now. Opponent knows we have 2 Scorched Earth and have no way to ping his units. The problem is that if the opponent attacks with the mech, we actually kill it by blocking with the spider and then be able to do Scorched Earth on it. So opponent's obviously living on whatever card he got from colleges. And we're wide enough that this pushes 2, and then one of our 2/2s can just hit and win the game. We might just do the Remembrance right now, to be honest. Sure. Especially now. So he got this from Financier. We know he has one more card from the Conchologist. Sure. The question is here, do we let the Farron die? Opponent needs to attack with the mech, right? Except that we don't need to do anything. We don't need to let the Farron die. We know the opponent has one more card from Conchologist. This is pushing 7 plus the mecha plus the Sand Soldier is going to push another 2. That's going to be 8. Sorry, that's going to be 9. That leaves us at 4 HP. Opponent knows everything we have in our hand. How risky is it to let this... What if we just block it? What if we just block it? What if we just block all the damage? Because this is only pushing 2, right? We can literally block the mech and block the Conchologist and then just push for lethal, right? Because the dragon will still push 5. And the dragon will actually not be vulnerable to the last piece of the death ray. So I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna just protect as much damage as possible. Because I think this might be a game that goes a little bit longer. We know he has one more card from Conchologist, which could literally be anything, unfortunately. But I don't think I can play around it. I don't think there's any card here that kills this. And there's no card that can save the Doom mech either, right? Because we also have Scorched Earth, even if he's able to save it. I guess opponent could technically have another Lightning Rush to save his Conchologist and resummon him. What did we talk about? How does the opponent get all the answers from that? Wait, opponent needs to top deck the last piece of the death ray, otherwise they lose because they don't have enough mana to do Conchologist. So now the opponent has a 50-50 chance. Do the top deck the last piece again. Do the top deck the last piece again, and they don't. They top decked it earlier, right, with the death ray, but they didn't do it this time, so we end up winning. But yeah, GG's. That was tough. That was tough. But Shellfolk games always just go so long. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Mono Viego. So against Viego, ironically, the Scorched Earth is actually very good against Viego, huh? I wonder if I need to hard mulligan. I think I need to hard mulligan for like Tri-Beams or Caitlyn's and stuff. Or Scorched Earth is good too. Calling Strike is probably not in... Calling Strike will be good on almost any matchup except for this one. So it's a little bit unfortunate that we drew our one-off Calling Strike. Sure. Wow, Fading Icon. I hadn't seen Fading Icon. I'm gonna do the Headstick Anomaly. I think we have a chance to draw something good here later on. To give us an answer. I'm willing to take this block now. Willing to take this block now because, you know, we don't take the 3 damage and getting rid of the units right now is better than nothing. Second Financier. Double Headstick Anomaly for the biggest chance of a blowout, or do we just do Glorious Evolution here? It's a double Headstick Anomaly for the chance of us, highest chance of us getting like an answer later on. It's also just as good of a chance of us getting crap, right, every turn. Let's play the RNG roulette. Let's play the RNG roulette here. Let's play the RNG roulette and potentially get something else nicer here. That's actually pretty bad. What if we just kill this now and just push 2 damage? How does that make any sense at all? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think I'm gonna have to just pass. I do like the idea. Oh my god, One Mother Skull will be so good later on. At 3 set 79. I like the idea of just attacking though. Because by attacking now, we stop his Viego from getting the value from the unit dying. The reason I kept the Mystic Shot, 3 sets 79. The reason I kept the Mystic Shot is because I want to be able to Mystic Shot the Viego. And have all the Scorched Earths available, right? Unfortunately, we have a full hand. It's kind of annoying that we don't have any of our champions. I guess we kick back Ezreal, which is fine. I keep getting teased by this War Mother's Call, unfortunately. And once we actually have the mana, watch, it's never going to come in the field. Caitlyn is a good draw. Opponent can do Viego here, and we're still able to have Scorched Earth. What I'm going to do is that I just want to Mystic Shot this Viego. I'm just going to Mystic Shot it right now and just set it up for the Scorched Earths. So by setting this up right here, we're able to just have 3 Scorched Earth, which gives us 3 chances to be able to kill that Viego. Yep, opponent's not going to do anything right now because obviously they don't want to. I'm going to go ahead and attack right now. If opponent wants to block, that's fine. Because they probably want to block with the Soldier. Here we can do the Scorched Earth. I'm going to do it right now just to not let him get any value from summoning another miss. Opponent has 2 chances here. Opponent has Stasis, Deny. I guess we got punished by the Deny, right? I guess we could have waited. And then we have another one if the opponent has a second Deny, I guess. I just hate having to spend all my Scorched Earths right here, though. Oh, it's just Glimpse. That's pretty good. So we still have 1 Scorched Earth for later. So opponent just showed us 2 things. Opponent probably doesn't have the opponent probably doesn't have the Hourglass. Our opponent doesn't have a second Deny. Or maybe they do have a second Deny and it doesn't really matter. If they do a second Viego here, am I always doing the Mystic Shot? Are we ever just doing Farron right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we do Farron, we go up to 9 cards. We have forced to use a card next turn. I'm gonna go to Farron. Let's say that the opponent has another Viego here. Farron is a good blocker into Viego. Right? Yeah, there you go. We can also set up a Mystic Shot again. And just set up the Scorched Earth for next turn. Opponent needs to have the Hourglass, right? Opponent will need to have the Hourglass to really make this efficient on his side. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna Mystic Shot this right now. And the reason that I'm gonna Mystic Shot this right now is so that if the opponent has the Hourglass to stop this Mystic Shot from going through, they won't get their miss right now, right? So, man, these Hextech Anomalies have not done anything, but I don't think anything else we did would have mattered either. So I think I'm okay with this. Why did we flock right now? What if we flock right now before the opponent gets able to summon like a Soldier? So flock is threatening, right? So flock is threatening the Viego kill right here before the opponent is able to do the 7-drop. I guess you could have Glimpse, Vengeance, and then we Scorched Earth. So we still get the value here. So that's 2 Viegos down now. That's 2 Viegos down here. I'm debating if I want to do the Decimate now, because what if I get like something that's 12 mana? Like what if I get like Feel the Rush or War Mother Skull? Should I always keep the mana or should I just be mana efficient? You know what? If I draw something that's 12 mana, then I'll get punished. It's fine. I think I'd rather be mana efficient. We have the Culling Strike to hit a lot of the units. If we need to, we're gonna get hit by 5-6 damage, which is not that big of a deal. If the opponent doesn't open attack, okay, he gets the 3rd Viego. So he gets the 3rd Viego. So we definitely... Oh, nice. Thank you so much for that draw, opponent. So we definitely want something like Vengeance here, or even Ruination, right? Neither of these are really great. A little bit late for this Tribeam. I guess we can actually start working up the Tribeam. It's not horrible. We can actually start working on this Tribeam. We have four units in our deck coming up, huh? So we only have one spell, which is another Mystic. We can try to enable this Tri-Beam. If we block here, we're letting the opponent get this bigger to 5, which unfortunately, but I don't think I can afford to take that much damage. I think I have to just slowly do it like this, no matter what. Don't think we need to do the Decimate anymore. I think it's gonna really depend on whatever we get from this. They never have the rally, right? Sorry, they never had the deny, not the rally. They never had the deny. We lost an Ezreal. No, we haven't lost an Ezreal. So there's a chance that we do Ezreal here. There we go. So Ezreal is pushing 10 damage. Opponent could have a second Vengeance. Katarina is huge, but the problem with Katarina is that she gets reset, right? So Katarina is good, but she will reset herself, which is kind of unfortunate. So she's not going to be a 10-10. Which tells me that we actually don't actually do anything here. I think we just pass and let Katarina just die. I mean, sorry, let Katarina stay in the field as a blocker for Viego. Maybe we got baited by the field rush. I was hoping that it would be Caitlyn, because we have 2 more Caitlyn's in our deck, right? One is going to be at 10. So the only chance here is going to be us Tri-beaming this Viego for the win. We're still a little bit far away from it. I guess we can get to 4 here. We already used all 3 of our Scorched Earth, so we know we don't get anything here. We do get the Mystic, though, which is pretty nice. Yeah, because the Katarina gets reset, which is a little bit unfortunate when she recalls, right? I think I'm okay with that. We have House Spider, right? But it's just going to try to level up their Viego. But it's just going to try to level up their Viego, which means that the Katarina will die. We could potentially just let Katarina recall right here. What if we just do that? What if we just let the Katarina recall? We might as well. Let's just let Katarina recall. Yeah, we're just going to let Katarina recall, I think. It will level up their Viego. But as long as Katarina is not actively on the field, I guess the problem is that we just lose, though, right? Opponent just use another Battle Feast. We also have the For Glory. And the For Glory might actually be very darn good at being able to kill the Viego. Because these units all have 5 health, right? So let's do this. Opponent already committed double Battle Feast. Opponent committed 1 Battle Feast earlier and another Battle Feast just now. So opponent already did double Battle Feast. Opponent already committed double Vengeance. So the For Glory might actually be decent. The problem is that we have to use it right now. Because if we don't use it right now, we lose the back. We're going to lose one of them. So opponent's going to be able to steal one of them, unfortunately, when he levels up. But the other one should be able to kill the Viego. As long as this opponent also doesn't play well. If they play something like well, then we just get punished by this play. So Viego levels up, goes to 5 health. It's just enough for the Glory Seeker to kill it. If the opponent survives, we still have Katarina as well. Yeah, we just attack it like this. This is the last Viego. This plays around... Does not play around Quicksand. It does not play around Quicksand, I will tell you that. So then now it has to be us getting flock from this, right? If we don't get a flock right here, we lose the game. Thermo is also pretty good. I forgot about that. Opponent needs to have the deny or needs to have the hourglass now. Which is a good chance that they top decked it this whole time. We know we're going to also get another Thermo eventually, giving us another out for Viego. He got the second deny. The good thing is that... Actually, not a good thing. We just lose. So now we just lose, because opponent able to kill our steal our Glory Seeker again, which is going to pull our Fearsome. And then he just wins because he has exact lethal. And then we get... Actually, it's not exactly... Yeah, it's exact lethal. Because the only way for us to survive is to kill the Spiderling on the stack, which would put this up to 13. So yeah, GG's. So he finally drew the second deny, which is unfortunate for us. But it is what it is. The Calling Strike just ended up being such a dead draw for so long in the game. And the Field of Rush unfortunately hit Katarina instead of hitting the Caitlyn. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Taric, Yuumi, Pantheon. Or Pantheon, Yuumi, Taric, actually, if you follow the correct order that's there. House Party is really good. House Party is really, really good. Scorched is always really good in this matchup as well. I'm going to keep the House Spider, because the House Spider is really good at blocking the Mountain Goat on turn 2. And we have Scorched Earth to be able to ping anything else that the opponent might do. We might have gone with a really low value hand here by keeping Scorched Earth and Thermo. But I think it would allow us... Oh, wow, okay. Maybe double Scorched Earth is a little bit unfortunate, though. Sure. Let's just push the 3 damage. If the opponent is giving us the 3 damage, let's just take the 3 damage. No reason not to. Even if opponent does his big guy here, I think that's okay with us. Oh, wow. So opponent's brick? Sure. I mean, I'll take it. Opponent's showing us that they're brick. What if we just summon Ezreal right here? What if we just summon Ezreal? I think we just pass, right? First of all, we just pass. And I think I'm just going to summon Ezreal right here. Opponent could technically have single combat or something. And even if they do, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Sharp Sight? Alright. That's one less Sharp Sight that we have to worry about later. Don't really think it's needed to spend any of our things on that unit, so it's okay.
I will die when I am ready.
Ooh, sorry. I like the Sun Fumes. It enables our block anyways. Yeah, so sure, you do your Pale Cascade. We do the Sun Fumes. And we can still kill this guy. This is obviously opponent's only unit. So I'm not too concerned about this. We do the Flock now because the Scorched is better for once the units get bigger and bigger. We know we're going to top deck a Fume in the next 5 cards. Sure. That's one more, like I don't care about the single combats hitting us. They still leveling up Ezreal, but it's less single combats that we have to worry about for later, for when we actually have our units set up, right? Such a good card. Wow. This is pretty good too. Shock Blast is nice because you remove 2 units. True Shot Barrage is also nice because it kind of does the same thing but hits 3 units. Assembly Line. This is interesting. They're both really equally the same. I think I'm gonna do Shock Blast. Guess what is 1 mana less expensive? So it's 1 mana less expensive. If the opponent wants to do this, I'm willing to attack. I'm willing to attack, because if the opponent blocks, it means that we can always Scorched Earth that Protector if we need to. I don't think we need to anytime soon yet, so sure. We get the Sun Fumes that we needed. Yeah, so the Scorched Earth, we have been getting punished by the Guiding Touch. Opponent's just trying to level up Pantheon at this point, right? So opponent's just trying to level up Pantheon at this point. We have 2 options. We can do the Sun Fumes right now and then do the Scorched Earth, which I think is completely valid. Opponent really used the double 2 Guiding Touches, right? Opponent really used 2 Guiding Touches, so I'm okay doing this. Anything that the opponent summons, we can Thermal. Say the 3rd Guiding Touch is annoying, but we can also, like, the 3rd Guiding Touch still gets punished by a Scorched Earth. Yeah, opponent really used 2 Guiding Touch, so I'm not too scared about whatever that Yuumi is. We can Thermal whatever unit he summons. It doesn't summon any units, so let's just do Farm. Even if the opponent has Pantheon, he's still taking all the overwhelm damage, and then we settle for the decimate. So let's say that the opponent has the Pantheon there. Pantheon is not leveled up yet, because he would have needed to do Pantheon plus another card to level him up. So I'm okay doing it like this. Opponent doesn't even block for some reason, so that's GG. Yeah, I think they realized. I think they did the Pell Cascade and forgot to put their blocker. But I think we still were in a good spot, right? We had double Farron, so we just killed the opponent with Decimate. We have the Arachnid Sentry, which can stun a Pantheon next turn. So I think we were always in a very good spot there regardless. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. Like I said, we had some pretty long games there. Had some pretty tough losses, which I think were actually very cool games. So that's why you still saw them in the video. I don't know. I think the deck is not as good as I would like to be. Like, it's good, but it doesn't feel as good as it used to in the past. So I don't think this is a deck that I would recommend climbing with, unless you're like really familiar with this archetype and you want to just completely obliterate and just kill the opponents as much as possible. So just keep that in mind, you know, just take it a little bit slower with this deck, slowly burn them down, but don't expect to have a ton of success. Yeah, I think there's nothing much to say here. Like I said, mulligan wise, you're keeping Triving, you're keeping Caitlyn, right? And really, the other stuff is depending on the matchup. Against Aggro, you want to keep the House Spider. If you know that there's something that you can target with Calling Strike, you can keep the Calling Strike. You want to probably keep a Thermo to some of the bigger units, etc. But for sure, Caitlyn and Triving are usually always my go-to keeps. So I would recommend that. But anyways, hope you enjoy the content. Remember, if you like the video, to like the video below. You can also subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. We also stream on Twitch at Twitch.tv, where we stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us on Twitter and Discord. The links to both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.